Over 40 representatives of the world's biggest economies came together in Buenos Aires. There was time for tango, but also for intense discussions on the trade war and tensions it has generated between the United States, China, and the European Union.
At all. This is about the United States wanting free and fair trade, and whether it's renegotiating NAFTA, which was an old agreement, or focusing on trade with the EU, where we have a significant deficit and they protect many of their markets, or whether it's China, where we've talked about the technology issues. So we very much support the idea of trade is important for the global economy, but it's got to be on fair and reciprocal terms.
The G20 has become a crucial meeting, especially since the economic crisis in 2008. But this time the main worry in Buenos Aires was the consequences that a trade war could have on the world's economy, especially after the Trump administration imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum and threatened to increase tariffs on Chinese goods. The European Union retaliated with similar tariffs on Harley-Davidson motorcycles, Kentucky bourbon, and other products.
Well, I think we are already very open to other economies as well. And I mean, your state secretary, he said as well that he is looking for a fair and free trade, which is, respecting that the United States have punitive tariffs. It's kind of a strange talking about free and fair trade, and also there are still threats of imposing more punitive taxes and tariffs, which would amount, if everything would be realized, I think 15% of the US-American imports.
The trade conflict is far from over, but in spite of the differences, the need for dialogue is what prevailed in the final communiqué. It tried to focus on what unites the members of the G20 and not in the differences that have emerged in the past year. Teresa, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.